Do you remember in 2020 that Lewis Hamilton won the Silverstone Grand Prix on 3 tires?
But for Lewis Hamilton, the checkered flag will come in the nick of time.
That is just one example of how auto racing is just filled with race finishes that have absolutely ridiculous ends. Some bring glory, some bring heartache.
The 5 car has stopped. They can't believe it.
But all will make your heart drop. The 60s were a different beast when it comes to racing, and the 3-hour Daytona Continental was no exception. Dan Gurney was driving the Lotus 19 when he found engine trouble on the last lap. However, the clock didn't expire, so if he were to cross the finish line, he would have to go around the whole track again. I'll let you just watch what happens next.
1 minute, 40 seconds to go. But Dan also knows he's still 3 minutes ahead of the traffic. There's the flag. The 3 hours are up. And now, Dan coolly hits his starter button and rolls across the line on electric power.
The rules have changed since then, so you can't really win that way anymore, but it was definitely interesting for its time. Unfortunately, engine failures aren't a rarity during auto racing, especially when it comes to endurance. In 2016, Toyota was ready to take first place, but when coming around the last corner, an airline fracture caused the car to stop just before the stop-start-finish line and in front of their own pit wall. It wasn't until after they were disqualified from being qualified that the TS050 started again to cross the line. Weirdly enough, crashes across the finish line aren't just reserved for Ricky Bobby.
I want to go fast.
NASCAR has had some colorful finishes. In 2021 at Bristol Motor Speedway, AJ Allmendinger was getting chased by Austin Cindric for first place when Cindric hit his rear quarter panel. This gave Cindric some airtime and causing both of them to go sideways across the finish line, giving Allmendinger the win.
I cannot believe what I just saw.
2017 wasn't a particularly eventful year unless you're Tom Gorman competing in the Pirelli World Challenge. Turns out his 2017 Honda Civic Si was down from a 4-car wreck that weekend. Unfortunately, with the car being so new and only recently going on sale, they weren't able to get parts flown in on time. As luck would have it, a Honda of Canada employee happened to be there with a brand new Civic Si. Without hesitation, Scott Nickel let them tear down his entire front end to repair their race car. And after that, the team got back on track and won the race. If Nickel ever got those parts back, he could accurately claim that his front end won the Pirelli World Challenge race.